Players and officials of the national team of the United States are now receiving Canadian fur hats, and each hat includes a label with a tiny Canadian flag, a memento of the Canada Cup Tournament of 1976, presented by Team Canada and the Fur Fashion Council of Canada. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV.
Fur Fashion Council. As well. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bertie Pascal and Tom Watt back at the Montreal Forum, awaiting the starting introductions of Team Canada and Team the United States. Pete Lepresti gets the starting assignment in goal for the United States. He's from the Minnesota North Stars. And the captain of the U.S. team, Bill Nyroth, 6'2", 205 pounds, from the Montreal Canadiens.
Gary Sargent.
And Gary Sargent from the Los Angeles Kings.
Au centre, at center, le numéro 17, number 17, Kurt Bennett.
And Kurt Bennett, number 14, from Atlanta.
À l'aile gauche, left wing, le numéro 33, number 33, Mike Polish.
From the Nova Scotia Voyageurs, 5'8", Mike Polish.
Right wing, le numéro 34, number 34, Fred Ahern.
6 foot, 180 pounds, the starting lineup for the United States.
Pour l'équipe Canada, for Team Canada. Dans les filets, in the net, le numéro 30, number 30, Rogatien Vachon.
And Rogie Vachon getting his second starting assignment in the series.
À la défense, en défense, le numéro 18, number 18, Serge Savard.
Favorite here in Montreal, Serge Savard, number 18.
Le numéro 23, number 23, Larry Robinson.
Another member of the Montreal Canadiens teaming up with Savard in the starting lineup.
À l'avant, forwards, l'aile droite, right wing, le numéro 10, number 10, Guy Lafleur.
A 56-goal scorer last year in the NHL.
Au centre, at center, le numéro 20, number 20, Pete Mahovlich.
And big Peter Mahovlich, number 20.
À l'aile gauche, left wing, le numéro 22, number 22, Steve Shutt.
And the third member of that line from Montreal Canadiens, Steve Shutt, a 45-goal scorer last year.
Le match de ce soir, the officials for tonight's game. L'arbitre, the referee, le numéro 2, number 2, de l'Union soviétique, from the Soviet Union, Mr. Yuri Karandin.
Yuri Karandin from the Soviet Union, the official, the referee tonight. The two linesmen John D'Amico and Bob Luther, both from the United States and the National Hockey League.
From Canada, le numéro 23, number 23.
And we're about set to start. The first period of tonight's game between the United States and Canada. Mahovlich at center ice against Polish of the U.S. Referee Karandin drops the puck and right from the face-off, Canada gets possession. Serge Savard feeds it to Peter Mahovlich at center, and it goes back inside the Team Canada blue line. Polish right on the stick and cleared to center ice where Sargent is dumped, and there will be a penalty right off. Delayed penalty coming up against Canada. Action in the Team Canada zone, and finally it's whistled down, and a tripping penalty very early in the first period.
Well, it looked a little bit like an accident, Bernie, really, but Shutt did dump Sarge. He just took the skates out from under him as he was taking the puck off the boards, and Team Canada will be down short a man for the first time. Here we see it again. He just makes the spin back to the boards with Sargent. We see Shutt just touch him with a stick there in the skates, and down he goes, and the 2 minutes for tripping.
21 seconds, the time of the penalty. Tripping Steve Shutt. Face-off inside the Team Canada blue line to the right of Rogie Vachon. And Dennis Potvin, number 6, feeds a pass ahead for Sittler. Knocks off his stick, goes all the way down the ice, and back for it is Robbie Ftorek, number 8 of Team USA. Ftorek has Norris skate by, but Ftorek comes up with the puck to his own blue line, put it right on the stick of Barber, got it back again, and just shoots it in where Bobby Orr knocks it down and clears it to Ftorek. Robbie Ftorek as Team USA has the power play. Lou Nanny, number 23 on the right side, gets by Potvin, but Orr slaps it out to center ice. Norris, number 18 for Team USA, inside his own blue line. Jensen on the left wing. Up over the Team Canada line to Norris. Talifas breaking for the goal. Sittler collides with the Team Canada player, and Fatorik back inside his own blue line as Potvin and Nanny start to push at one another. In fact, they get their sticks up, and the officials move in. We'll definitely have penalties there with Nanny and Dennis Potvin.
Well, there was a little pushing going on late in the Team Canada end with Nanny and Denny Potvin, and they got their sticks up high, pushing at one another with their sticks, but the officials quickly got in between them, and both of them are going off.
So with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Steve Shutt, Nanny and Potvin now join Shutt in the penalty box. Reminiscent of the game the other night in Toronto between the USA and Sweden. It started off rather chippy, and Sweden jumped into an early 5-0 lead in that game.
You have to remember, however, that Team Canada throughout the pre-tournament games and the first game have been have done a very good job in killing penalties. Team Canada getting together there, 1st and 10. Here we go. Little football-like huddle.
Okay, Fatorik and Barber are set. And right from the face-off, it goes back to Sargent to Rick Chartrand, number 3. Chartrand just clears it off the Team Canada boards behind the net. It's caught in the mesh, and Bobby Orr makes sure it stays there. And he gets a face-off, and it'll be the left of Rogie Vachon getting his second start, and he was in goal in the victory the other night, and he allowed 2 goals as Team Canada won that game 11-2 over Finland. Canada 2 men short. Fatorik against Barber. Up with the puck to Chartrand. Feeds it to Sargent. Wind up. And it hit Bobby Orr, and he felt that on his left wrist. Puck goes all the way down the ice. Chartrand's backboard. Orr is going to the bench. He felt that on the left wrist. He is replaced by Larry Robinson. Team USA on the power play. Bennett, number 14, to the Team Canada line. Feeds it to Fatorik on the right. Fatorik tries to drop it back. Intercepted by Barber. And he clears it down the ice with Pete Lepresti out of his net, leaving it for Gary Sargent, number 4. Sargent from the Los Angeles Kings. Played 63 games last year with Bob Pulford's Kings. Leads a rush for the U.S. Chartrand takes the pass, deflects it in behind the Team Canada net, and it's cleared out by Lapointe. Just to the top of the circle, and finally Chartrand forced to take it right out to center ice, and the U.S. coming back. In over the line, right in front of the goal. Sargent breaking for the net, and Vachon got a piece of that. Steve Shutt has returned. So both teams remain 1 man short. Played 17 minutes, 24 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Jim Watson, number 21 for Canada, watched by Norris. Gives it to Esposito, tries to get it to Bobby Hall, and was unsuccessful, but Robinson carries on, but he's checked by Bennett, and Team USA regrouping. That shot went right on goal, and Lepresti made the stop. Watson, there's a shot deflected wide. Robinson on the far side, number 23, he gets set, a shot, Lepresti stopped that. And Sargent, number 4 for Team USA. Checked by Bobby Hall, who comes up with the puck, gives it to Robinson. Both teams back at full strength. Robinson inside his own blue line to Marcel Dion, number 15. Dion to Esposito. And Yuri Karandin has his arms up to stop play.
Well, here's the replay on Bobby Orr. He went out to block the shot. He went down low on Sargent's shot, and he seemed to catch the puck on his left hand, just below his wrist, perhaps his thumb, and he was in pain right from the start. He immediately, there he is shaking it. He stayed on for just a few seconds, then headed to the bench, and I believe now, I'm looking at the bench, that they've taken him into the room for a further look. No, here we got it. He's not on the bench. He's back out in the ice, so I guess everything's all right.
Orr's out there with Dennis Potvin. The penalty, too many men on the ice. A penalty.
De l'équipe américaine pour avoir eu trop d'hommes sur le match soir. À 3 minutes 24
Well, this is unfortunate for Team USA, and of course, usually, the coaches get blamed when there are too many men on the ice, but if they let the players know when they're changing on the move who's supposed to be up, generally speaking, it's the player's fault. Sometimes a center comes off, a left winger goes on, the center wakes up, he goes on too, and you're cut with too many men on the ice, and that's what happened to Team USA there.
Penalty will be served by Steve Jensen. Bobby Orr to Dennis Potvin, number 6, inside the Team Canada line. Bobby Hull is out there as well, along with Marcel Dion and Phil Esposito on this Team Canada power play. And what a potent attack that should be. Dion to Esposito on the right side. Esposito watched by Milbury. Clears it to Dion, who runs into Lou Nanny. Nanny up with it to Jerry O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty couldn't get it out. Potvin keeps it in. Clears it to Bobby Hull. He's turned around by Nanny. And it goes all the way back into the Canada zone. Vachon out of the net to leave it for Dennis Potvin. Potvin, number 6 for Canada. A minute and 18 seconds remaining in the penalty to Team USA as Marcel Dion up to center ice. In over the opposing line, his shot. And it's knocked down by Milbury. Gets it again. And right on the stick of Craig Patrick, but he gives it to Potvin. Here's Bobby Hull getting a shot. And that's knocked down by Nanny and cleared down the ice. 58 seconds remaining in the penalty to Jensen. Dennis Potvin behind his own goal for Canada. No score in the opening period. We played 4.5 minutes. Here's Bobby Orr. Up to center ice for Canada with Hull. Drops it back to Marcel Dion. Dion to Esposito. Esposito gets it. He scores!
Again, that group of Dion, Esposito, Hull, Bobby Orr, what a power play. They've moved that puck up. They take their time. Phil Esposito gets the puck in the corner, looks in front. He sees Hull off the far side. As the pass comes across, it banked off the defender into the net.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Another power play goal for Canada, their third of the series. Esposito from Dion and Bobby Orr at 4:47. Canada won. The United States no score. That lead pass for Rick Martin was offside at the Team USA blue line. Watson, number 21, is on the ice now for Canada on defense with LaPointe as we look at Bob Pulford, the coach of the Los Angeles Kings, and 2 seasons ago in the NHL, he was voted the NHL Coach of the Year. This is LaPointe, number 5, for Canada to Jim Watson. Watson, a member of the Philadelphia Flyers, returns it to LaPointe to Gilbert Perreault. Right in on goal, and Lopresti stops that. Fogelin, number 20, up for it for the USA. On the far side to Craig Patrick, number 19. Back come the Team USA to Bennett. Bennett, number 17, got to the line. Puck goes loosely into the corner, and it's offside at the Canada blue line, with Canada leading 1-0 on a power play goal by Phil Esposito.
Well, their power play has been very explosive. That is now the third power play goal in 2 games. They're 3 for 3. They haven't had a power play in the series so far in which they haven't scored.
Number 17, Harvey Bennett, 6'4", 195 pounds. And he'll take this face-off against Gilbert Perreault. It goes to LaPointe. LaPointe, number 5 for Canada to Jim Watson. Watson clearing it out to the center ice area, intercepted by Bennett, who tries to get it over to Patrick. Race for it in the corner. LaPointe gets there, feeds it right to Chartrand, but it's knocked down by Watson. Watson ahead to Martin, to Perreault. Perreault skating in on the right side. Gare breaking for the goal, takes the pass. Oh, Lopresti stopped that as Gare was right in front. Back come Team USA. Fogelin just clears it into the corner. We've played 6 minutes here in the opening period. Canada won. And the U.S. no score. Here's Perreault over to Rick Martin. Martin, number 8, checked by Sargent. Puck goes behind the net. Bounces off the glass. LaPointe's in deep. LaPointe, number 5, right on the stick of Jerry O'Flaherty on the deflection. O'Flaherty's long shot. Vachon has no trouble with that. Clears it to Rick Martin. Martin scored 3 goals in the victory over Finland in Ottawa in Canada's opening game. O'Flaherty at center. Just scoops it right on goal, and Vachon again makes the save. Danny Gare, number 26, making his first appearance in the Canada Cup Series on this line. And here comes Steve Shutt. A long shot, and Lopresti stops that. Sargent, 14 USA ahead to Norris. Norris 18 at center to O'Flaherty on the right. O'Flaherty over the line, has trouble with it. Shutt ahead to Guy Lafleur. Robinson breaking in. There's a shot wide of the Team USA goal. Lafleur, number 10, right onto the stick of Naira. Naira clears it out. Up with it is Hangsleben of USA, and it'll be icing against Team USA with the face-off coming back inside the line. Look at Bobby Crom with the headset on behind Jerry Cheevers. And how many hockey fans, I'm sure, remember Bobby Crom, Tom, with the 1961 Trail Smoke Eaters winning the World Hockey Championship. Quite a hockey individual.
Well, that was the last World's Championship that any Canadian team has won, so that's a very important landmark in international hockey for Canada.
We say hello to all the viewers in Trail, British Columbia, and of course they remember Bobby Crom, now the coach of the Winnipeg Jets. In Team USA corner, Shutt is watched by Ahern, taken by Lafleur to Shutt. Deflection in front of the Team USA goal. Back comes Ahern, a long pass for Bennett, too far for him. It'll be icing again. It goes over 3 lines, and the face-off will come again in Team USA territory.
Well, I believe the United States team is trying to keep the play slowed down. They don't want to freewheel with Team Canada. If they freewheel, they feel they may be hurt, so they're going to just take it one draw at a time and just keep working and picking away and doing the best they can.
Peter Mahovlich, number 20, out there with Shutt and Lafleur. Robinson and Savard on defense. From the draw, Mahovlich has it, tries to get it to Lafleur. It's intercepted, and Bennett racing after it, number 14. But it comes to Larry Robinson. Robinson, a pass to Lafleur, right on goal, a shot. Oh, Lopresti got a piece of that and knocked it out. Ahern feeds a pass to Polic. Polic of the U.S. in over the line, checked by Lafleur, but Bennett gets a shot, deflected high and out of play.
Well, Lopresti just got his foot on that hard drive from Lafleur. He came out, took off the angle, or took the angle away from Lafleur, and had to make a good quick stop because that puck was labeled for the corner. Good shot by Lafleur and a good stop by Lopresti.
12 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the opening period.
Here we see it again. Robinson set Lafleur right up. There you see Lopresti coming right out to take away the angle, and he just got his right skate on it. The puck deflected wide of the net.
That was labeled for that bottom right-hand corner. A good stop by Lopresti as Bobby Orr has it. Drops it back to Dennis Potvin. Potvin, number 6 of the New York Islanders. Watched there by Joe Norris, number 18. Orr comes in to help out. To Barber, number 17. Out to Leach, too far for him, and Christie has it for Team USA. Checked by Leach, who kicks it in over the blue line, but Sittler is in offside. We mentioned the power play goal. That's the goal up to this point, scored by Phil Esposito. And this is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Back to the Montreal Forum, and we remind you the telecast of this game is presented solely for the interest of our viewers under copyright of Canada Cup of Hockey 76. Any use of this telecast without the express consent of Canada Cup of Hockey 76 is prohibited. Phil Esposito, the lone goal scorer, a power play goal, and the third power play goal for Canada in the Canada Cup Series up to this point. And Team Canada, although they've had to kill penalties, have not given up a power play goal against, and they have one shorthanded goal to their credit. That was scored by Daryl Sittler against Finland in that 11-2 victory. Barber right to Fogelin, who clears it to an open wing, and Bobby Orr, number 4, inside his own blue line to Sittler. Sittler, number 27, the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, runs into Christie, gets the pass ahead to Leach, his shot, and Lopresti gets a piece of that and deflects it. Norris, number 18, clears it to center. Dennis Potvin, number 6, over to Orr. Orr returns the pass to Potvin, who comes to center. A feed on the right to Sittler, breaking into Potvin. Another shot. Oh, Lopresti just deflected that, but I believe it was wide. O'Flaherty cleared it to the left side, and it's slapped down the ice by Hangsleben, where Bobby Orr. To Sittler. Sittler, number 27. Over to Leach, ahead to Orr. Orr breaking right in on goal, and Lopresti comes out to clear it away. Scramble for the puck in the corner. Barber is in there to help out Bobby Orr, and they're finally successful in getting a face-off.
There we see what Bobby Orr does very, very well. He makes the pass and then turns on the jets, just moves into the opening, took a return pass and was almost home free for Lepresti, but the puck just skidded off his stick into the corner, and he had to go in, and the face-off was the result. But he's not afraid to move up in there between defensemen and take that pass. He likes to move into the openings, and of course he's got super speed and can read when the opening is about to give him the opportunity.
Dean Talifas, number 15. Watched by Bobby Hull, clears it, but Watson intercepts. Back to Bobby Hull. Hull, number 9, checked by Talifas, then Sargent takes it away. Sargent collides with Marcel Dion, but Team USA breaks back. Talifas takes it in the skates, in over the line. Here's Robbie Fatorik in front. Deflection, whistles wide, and Vashon stops Fatorik from close range.
Well, Fatorik made a very nice play there. He held onto it, and he saw Jensen streaking in from the left side, and he tried to get the puck. There's Jensen moving in. He tried to get the puck to him. It went off Jensen's skate. Fatorik got another try at it, but he wasn't able to get it by Rogie Vachon. But Fatorik showed a little dash there.
10 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the opening period. It's Canada 1 and the USA no score. Both teams are at full strength as Bobby Hull leads it to Esposito. Esposito to Marcel Dion. Right in front, back to the blue line to Watson. His shot hits Fatorik and goes wide. Jensen, number 12. Over to Sargent, number 4 for Team USA. Clears it to the blue line where it's finally deflected and carried back by Jim Watson. Watson to Bobby Hull. Drops it back to Watson. Back comes Team Canada. At their own blue line, they lead 1-0. 9 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the opening period. Esposito fires that one wide, and Team USA comes back. Jensen, number 12, to the Canada line and over, going in with Talifas, and it's broken up by Watson, and Gary Sargent has it at center, clears it in. Vachon takes it off the boards, leaves it for Guy Lapointe. Lapointe watched by Steve Jensen. To Watson. Ahead to Esposito at his own line to Marcel Dion. Dion over the line to Bobby Hull, intercepted by Rick Chartrand. Chartrand to Bill Nyrock. That pass didn't connect. Fatorik tried to get it on the backhand but couldn't reach it. Shot right on goal. Lepresti makes the save. Chartrand to Sargent. At the blue line, out to center. Sargent on the right side, clears it in. Hits a bad spot in the boards and comes right out on the left-hand side in front of Rogie Vachon. Team Canada is play a little scrambly at this point. Gilbert Perron, number 11. In over the line, right in front, and Martin deflected that one, but it went wide. On the far side, number 19, Craig Patrick. Up ahead to Harvey Bennett, number 17. Watched by Savard in the corner. Savard gets a piece of him. Robinson in there to help out. He clears it to Perreault, watched by Mike Milbury. And it's cleared on this side. Back comes Martin for Canada. Down the left wing side, going in with Perreault, and Gare a shot. Oh, and that deflected off the glove of goaltender Lepresti and went wide. Oh, Robinson gives an elbow to Lou Nanne, and he goes hard against the boards. Perreault to Martin. There's a shot deflected just wide of Team USA goal. Robinson runs into Craig Patrick, number 19. Puck is still loose. Milbury right onto the stick of Gilbert Perreault. Gare tries to help out, and they're scrambling, fighting for that loose puck. Finally, they hold it against the boards. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Maple Leaf Gardens this afternoon. Czechoslovakia defeated Finland by a score of 8-0. Czechoslovakia, with 2 straight victories, now at this moment are in first place. That's the first shutout of the Canada Cup Series. In that game, Bubla had 2 goals for Czechoslovakia, defeating Finland 8-0. Here, with 7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the opening period, on a goal by Esposito, Canada leads by a score of 1-0, and there's a holding penalty coming up. With 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in period number 1, and it'll be Polic, number 23, going over to the penalty box.
Polic put the grab here on Big Peter. Big Peter had possession of the puck, trying to get it off the boards, and there he is with his arms wrapped around him. and Team USA put themselves in a hole again, because the power play, as we've said time and time again, for Team Canada has been so very, very good. In fact, they've scored on every power play they've had in the series to date.
Of course, during the Canada Cup Series, a committee has been organized to select the outstanding players in each game for the Carling O'Keefe Awards, those beautiful Eskimo carvings. And 2 will be presented to the top player on each team following tonight's game. Dennis Potvin, number 6, feeds it into the corner. Shot, tries to return it to Mahavlich, hits it back to the line. Here's Orr, winds up, the pressure stuff, and the score! Mahavlich on the rebound. Peter Mahavlich, Bobby Orr taking the initial shot, and Mahavlich getting the rebound, putting it past Lepresti, and it's 2-0 for Canada.
Well, that's 4 for 4 on the power play. In fact, it only took 12 seconds. Here's the puck coming right back through from behind the net to Orr at the point. He's got all kinds of time to shoot the puck. Lepresti makes the first stop. Nanny's unable to tie up Big Peter in front of the net, and he scoops the backhand by Lepresti for the second Canadian goal.
Peter Mahavlich scoring his first goal of the Canada Cup competition to go with 2 assists. He has 3 points, and we have 7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Here's the announcement.
Assist number 4, Bobby Orr, and number 22, Steve Shutt, at 12 minutes, 51 seconds.
12:51, Canada 2 and USA no score. Mahavlich watched by Polish. Another power play goal for Canada. Both teams back at full strength. The long pass will not be icing. Could have been touched as referee linesman John D'Amico waved it off, but we get the face-off as it's held against the boards to the left of Pete Lepresti. Look at Guy Lafleur, number 10 of Team Canada. And Guy Lafleur, although he hasn't scored a goal in the series as yet, had 3 assists in the 11-2 victory over Finland. Darryl Sittler at center now with Barber and Leach. Watson and LaPointe on defense. Jerry O'Flaherty moves out there now with Vogelin as we get set for this face-off. Norris will take it. Well, he was scheduled to take it, but D'Amico has waved both players out, so it'll be Barber and Jerry O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty, a member of the Vancouver Canucks. Leach gets a shot. Lepresti stops that. 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the opening period. A capacity crowd on hand here at the Montreal Forum. And we would like to welcome our American audience to the game tonight. More than 100 TV stations in the United States are carrying our CTV coverage of this game from the Montreal Forum. There's a pass down the ice, and LaPointe goes back for it. Also feeds going to Europe. This game being aired in several countries, and an exciting first period it is, with Canada leading 2-0. LaPointe clears it outside the blue line, where it's taken by Team USA. Norris couldn't get his stick on it, and Watson will try again. To Leach. Inside the line, and on the delayed offside, it will come outside the blue line. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. As Scotty Bowman and members of Team Canada look on, we're set for the face-off now outside the Canada blue line. Both teams at full strength. Norris, number 18 for Team USA, to Hangsleven his shot, and it's taken on the rebound by Reg Leach. Leach behind his own goal for Canada. On goals by Esposito and Mahavlich, Canada leads 2-0 with 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the opening period. Jim Watson, number 21, watched by O'Flaherty, gives the puck to Barber. Barber ahead to Leach. The return pass to Sittler. LaPointe carries on. LaPointe, number 5, over the line, and he lets that one just go wide of the goal. Norris, number 18, for the Americans, to O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty to center ice, just clears it into the corner. Vachon takes it off the board, leaves it for Watson, and Barber, number 17, has it. Barber for Canada, up the left side to center. Scoops it into the corner. Hangsleven goes after it, number 29. He clears it to O'Flaherty, number 9. O'Flaherty clears it right onto the stick of Danny Gare, who just fires it back in. Lepresti leaves it there for Christie, number 5. Christie, a member of the NHL California Seals, gives it to Vogelin. Open wing, there's a shot. And Gare fired that one wide. Savard at center for Canada. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remain in the opening period. Here's Martin. Oh, and Lepresti stops that. And Fogelin is there to cover up on the rebound.
Well, Team Canada are taking over now, controlling the play. Team USA making bad passes, giving the puck up. They've got to keep possession of that puck if they hope to do anything here. But here we have the pass on the side to Gare. Gare fires it right across. All by himself was Martin. Lepresti makes a good stop. Actually, the rebound went off Lepresti and underneath Fogelin, who killed the play for the faceoff.
We mentioned Czechoslovakia defeating Finland today, 8-0. In the other game played this afternoon, there's a shot. Nairov clears it to an open wing, and down the ice it goes. In an earlier game here at the Forum, Sweden and the Soviet Union played to a 3-3 tie. This is Robinson. Team Canada coming back. Savard going in with Perreault. He takes the pass, leaves it for Gare to Savard, number 18. Checked by Chartrand. Perreault's there to pick it up to Martin in front, and it bounces off his stick and cleared by Nairov to center ice. Here's Kurt Bennett. Bennett in over the line. He's dumped. Chartrand carries it back to Perreault, to Gare. Martin gets by Sargent. Over to Danny Gare. Gare just clears it outside the blue line as Savard hadn't reached that line as yet. Robinson, number 23 for Canada. In over the line with Perreault. Scoops it in front of the net. Taken by Rick Chartrand. Scramble for a loose puck. Martin knocks it down, and back comes Patrick, but he couldn't get out. Perreault, watched by Nairov. Drops it back. Here's a chance for Savard. Hits the skate and deflects wide. Martin, number 8 for Canada. In front, that one's deflected wide. Nairov and Perreault race after it. Patrick couldn't get to it. Martin back to Savard. Savard, number 18, into Gilbert Perreault in front. And Martin takes the puck, goes behind the net. Watched by Sargent. Perreault in front. Gare had it knocked off his stick. And it's cleared down the ice with Savard racing back for it. Won't go over the line as Vachon stopped it to Savard. Up to Bobby Hull. Hull, number 9, gets by Patoric. Gets a return pass. Knocked down. Goes after the loose puck. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Patoric on the two-line pass, and it's brought back inside the blue line. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. With 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the opening period, on goals by Esposito and Peter Mahovlich, Canada leading the USA 2-0. Both teams are at full strength. Orr to Dennis Potvin, back to Orr, inside his own blue line for Canada. Feeds it to Dion, back to Esposito, hit him in the skates, and it's taken by Team USA. In turn, it knocks off Marcel Dion and goes inside the blue line.
Well, here you see Phil Esposito, and he's just been playing outstanding hockey, winning the face-offs, making the plays for Hull and Dion, and in turn getting the puck himself from his line mates. He's been playing outstanding hockey in the whole tournament.
This is Lou Nanne, number 23, feeds a pass into the corner. Jensen and Dion race after it, but it'll be icing against Team USA as two players collided in the corner. John D'Amico, the linesman, back in to the left of Pete Lepresti, the young goaltender from the NHL Minnesota North Stars.
We shouldn't forget about young Mr. Dion, because he's played outstanding hockey on that line with Phil Esposito and Bobby Hull, and he fits right in with the freewheeling style of those other two gentlemen, and he's been a great addition to this line.
While you look at Marcel Dion with 40 goals last year with Los Angeles, Bobby Hull on the left side had 53 goals with the Winnipeg Jets. And not to forget, Esposito had a 35-goal season last year as well. Puck is in the corner where Dion and Milbury wrestle for it. Hull comes in to take it away from Patoric. To Esposito in front. Esposito, number 7, watched by Patoric, backhands a pass, and Lou Nanne intercepts in front of his own net. Back to Milbury. Milbury for the USA to Telefis. Stopped at the line by Potvin. To Dion. In front to Hull. He scores! Bobby Hull put that in the left-hand side of the net with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. Canada takes a 3-0 lead.
nice play here. Potvin throws it in the corner. He sees Bobby Hull in the slot, and he shoots all in one motion. A typical Bobby Hull goal. He wastes no time. When that puck comes out on a stick, he lets it go. Dion again making a very nice play.
Bobby Hall from Marcel Dion and Dennis Potvin at 18:15 of the opening period. Vogel in number 20 clears it ahead to Ahern. In turn for Politz, too far for him, and Lapointe clears it to center ice. A minute and 32 seconds remaining in the opening period. Politz deflects it into the Team Canada zone, and Canada leading the USA 3-0. Come back, Mahavlich to center. Lost it, Politz to Christie. Christie inside his own line, checked by Steve Shutt. Intercepted by Shutt. Shutt number 22 right in. Oh, and Christie stopped that as Steve Shutt took it from Christie. Here's Watson inside the line. Back to Guy Lafleur. Returns it to Watson. His shot deflected in front. Oh, another shot. Hits the skate in front of Christie. Finally falls on it.
Well, young Christie can't make plays like that when you're the last man trying to bring the puck out of your own zone. He tried to do it all by himself. He thought he was by Steve Shutt. Steve Shutt pushed the puck by him, and then that created all kinds of problems in the zone. Here's Guy Lafleur moving in with a shot. The rebound actually came back and hit his own man, but they weren't able to put it in the net. Here's Dion on the previous goal, shoving it into the slot to Bobby Hull, and he wastes no time shooting that puck. The puck is on a stick and it's away.
Canada has outshot the U.S. 16-3 up to this point. Another shot, that's the 17th shot of the opening period. For Team Canada, it's Barber at the U.S. blue line to Reg Leach. His long shot goes wide. Barber on this side just clears it behind Team USA net. Nyroff hangs leave it on the far side. He's checked. Leach tries to get it in front to Barber, and it's intercepted by Nyroff, who backhands the puck out to center ice. Norris, number 18, lost it to Barber. Over to Darryl Sittler. Sittler drops it back. Leach's shot. That hits Nyroff. A fight for it. Another shot. And that's wide as Jerry O'Flaherty clears it around the boards and out to center ice. 17 seconds remaining in the opening period. It's offside at the U.S. blue line. Look at Reg Leach from the Philadelphia Flyers, a 61-goal scorer last year, along with 30 assists.
He's a shooter.
No question about that. He represents a lot of goals, a lot of power, and he gets a wicked shot away when he gets set up in front. Out to center ice, Norris has it deflect off his stick. Savard inside his own blue line with 2 seconds remaining. Takes it behind his own goal, and the siren goes to end the first 20 minutes of play with Canada leading Team USA 3-0. And a lot of power again out there tonight, Tom.
A lot of power. Team USA has got to work very hard just to stay in the ball game. They're outshot badly at this point, 17-3.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Future games coming up on Tuesday here at the Montreal Forum. The Soviet Union will play Finland. Also on Tuesday night in Philadelphia at the Spectrum, United States will host Czechoslovakia. And the next televised game will be on Tuesday night from Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, Canada against Sweden. That'll be Tuesday night. Canada with an 11-2 victory earlier over Finland, while Sweden has a win 5-2 over the U.S. And then this afternoon here at the Forum, they tied the Soviets 3-3.
Well, that's a very important game coming up, and I'm sure the coaches we see there, Bobby Crom and Scotty Bowman, they're in the driver's seat in this game, but they are playing in the first 2 games of this tournament, perhaps 2 of the weaker teams, and I'm sure that they're vitally concerned. Sweden looked very, very good this afternoon in playing the Soviet Union, and that sets up a very important game in Toronto on Tuesday between Sweden and Canada, because if Sweden is able to get a win or even a tie out of that game, they may look to be pretty good, to be in a pretty good position to make the playoffs at the end.
In that opening period, the United States had 5 icings against them, while Team Canada iced the puck just once. And in offsides, Canada was called on the offside 4 times, while Team USA was offside a total of 6 times. That statistic pointed out by our statistician here, Ron Andrews of the National Hockey League. And we see Team USA back on the ice. And earlier we had a shot of Scotty Bowman and Bobby Crom, two of the Team Canada coaches. The other two are Don Cherry of the Boston Bruins and Al McNeil of the Nova Scotia Voyageurs. Bob Fulford is one of two coaches with Team USA. He's the coach of the NHL Los Angeles Kings, while the other, and sitting up in the booth with us tonight, is Harry Neal, and we'll be chatting with Harry Neal if we get the opportunity during this game as we look at the Soviet referee all set to drop the puck, Yuri Karandin, and his two linesmen for this game are Bob Luther and John D'Amico. It's Canada 3 and Team USA no score. Gilbert Perreault out there with Danny Gare on the right side, and Rick Martin moves over to the left side as Bennett comes to center ice for Team USA. Hanks Lieben on the left side, number 29, and Jerry O'Flaherty, number 9, will be on the right side. Now Norris comes out to talk to the official.
I believe the questioning is about the starting lineup. In international competition, you must announce your starting lineup at the beginning of every period, and perhaps there is some confusion. In the National Hockey League or World Hockey, you have to announce your starting group at the beginning of the hockey game, but not at each period. And there's probably some comment here about who Team USA is starting this period with, and whether it was the designated group or not. That seems to be the question.
Well, Kurt Bennett goes to the bench, and Norris is at center between Hanks Lieben and Jerry O'Flaherty as plays underway. Martin to Perreault. Gilbert Perreault circling inside the blue line. Had it knocked off his stick, and Bobby Orr has it at center ice. There will be a penalty coming up as Norris was hooked, and there will be a penalty to Canada. Gilbert Perreault.
Well, Gilbert Perreault tried to make the play inside the blue line, and he couldn't get the puck through to Martin to begin with. He turned around at the blue line, made a little bit of a bad pass here, and then in his anxiety to get back to the puck, when it went over to Orr, he hooked the Team USA player, and he receives a 2-minute minor.
And the time of the penalty, 10 seconds here of the second period, so Team USA has a power play situation out there. Darryl Sittler and Norris waved out of the face-off positioning, and Bill Barber will take it against Robbie Fatorik. Now they're out. So we'll try again the third time. Talafas and Bobby Orr. And it's underway with Steve Jensen, number 12, for the Americans, inside his own blue line. It's cleared to Talafas, out ahead to Norris at center. Tries to get it on this side to Jensen. It's knocked down by Barber. Norris carries in after it. Bobby Orr deflects it down the ice, and a race for it. Here's a chance for Nanny as he got back in front of Barber. Barber would have been in home free. Sittler in the corner runs into Talafas. He's knocked down. Nanny goes after the loose puck at the side of his own net, takes it back, and gives it to Robbie Fatorik, who in turn gives it to Nanny. Nanny watched by Darryl Sittler to Fatorik on the left side. In over the Canada blue line, gets by Bobby Orr. Fatorik behind the net, tries to get it in front. Barber intercepts, feeds it to Sittler, too far for him, and it's Jensen back for it. We played exactly 1 minute. Here in the second period is Norris, number 18 for Team USA. Going up with Jensen. Takes it to the blue line and over. Potvin knocked it off his stick, and Jensen was in offside.
Team Canada again doing a very good job of killing penalties. The United States team really hasn't had a very good opportunity on the Team Canada net, and this is the 7th time Canada's been short in the series, and they have no power play goals against. They're doing an excellent job, and of course when you have all the specialists on the team, they've got specialists, good penalty killers, good power play people to make that power play operate, good draw men. When you have that many specialists, it makes your hockey club look very, very good.
And a close-up there of Bill Nyrop at the U.S. bench as play resumes. 52 seconds remaining, and the penalty to Perreault of Canada. Sargent behind his own net. Left it there for Chartrand, who got by one forechecker. Takes it up to his own blue line to Polic. Polic breaking over the Canada line. Feeds it on the right side. It's knocked down and taken by Jim Watson. Watson back for Canada. A long pass intended for Robinson. Too far for him. Goes back in behind the U.S. goal. Sargent, number 4. 24 seconds remaining in the penalty to Perreault. Sargent comes back for Team USA. A shot. And Chartrand put that right on the net. Held by Rogie Vachon.
Well, Scotty Bowman is now changing around. He has 4 defensemen out there killing the penalty. He had Larry Robinson and Serge Savard playing at the forward. and LaPointe and Jimmy Watson back in the defense. But he was using 4 defensemen to kill that penalty, and they did a very good job.
We've played 1 minute and 53 seconds here in the second period. The opening minutes of the second period, 17 seconds remaining in the penalty to Gilbert Perrault. Esposito will take this face-off against Polic to the left of Rogie Vachon. John D'Amico, the linesman, gets set to drop it. Esposito waved out. Now Marcel Dion comes in, number 15. Orr to Esposito. Esposito takes it off the board, just scoops it down the ice. And Lepresti's out of the net, leaving it there for Fogelin, number 20. 3 seconds remaining in the penalty to Perrault. The USA with Fogelin inside his own blue line, coming to center ice. And both teams back at full strength. Vachon leaves it for Orr. Orr to Marcel Dion. Too far for him. Again, Team USA. Polic tries to get it, but Potvin intercepts. Off the boards to his own blue line to Esposito. Esposito to Dion. In front to Hall. And Bennett got a piece of that and deflected it wide. Bobby Hall, number 9, in the corner. Watched by Fogelin. He's grabbed by Fogelin. There will be a penalty. Dion on the delayed penalty clears it in front. Bennett intercepts. And we'll get another opportunity to look at Team Canada's power play. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. And you see on the replay, Fogelin right there grabs a hold of Bobby Hall, spins him around, and that was the penalty. At 2:45 here of the second period, the face-off to the left of Lepresti. Esposito, Hall, Dion, Orr, and Potvin on the power play for Canada. Here's Orr. Fakes a shot, gives it to Potvin on the opposite side. In front, Dion, back to Orr. Orr winds up, his shot, and Lepresti grabs that.
Well, they're certainly throwing the puck around very, very nicely. Phil Esposito won the draw clean back to Orr. Orr back to Potvin. Potvin over on the side to Dion. Back to the point for the shot. They're controlling that puck inside the U.S. end. Very nice to watch.
Team Canada has outshot the USA 18-4 up to this point. They have a power play now. Orr failed to keep that one in. Potvin back at his own blue line. Watched by O'Flaherty. To Esposito. In front for Patrick. His shot. And it goes wide. O'Flaherty to Sargent. Sargent slaps at it. Vachon stops that and leaves it for Orr. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fogelin. Bobby Hall down the left side for Canada. Esposito coming in. Esposito races into the corner. Feeds it to Marcel Dion. Dion back to Esposito. In front. Intended for Hall, and Sargent deflected that. Sargent clears it, but not out. Orr keeps it in, runs into Patrick, and here's Jerry O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty is knocked down. Dion picks up the puck. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fogelin. Here's Bobby Hall to Esposito. O'Flaherty and checked him. Sargent takes the puck. Going in with O'Flaherty. Sargent winds up. His shot deflected high and out of play. Good penalty killing there by O'Flaherty and Sargent. In fact, the entire Team USA.
Well, Team Canada were freewheeling, and with 49 seconds left, this may be the first penalty that they haven't capitalized on. They're 4 for 4 up till now. Question is, will they be 5 for 5?
Face-off directly in front of the Team Canada blue line. Esposito, Lafleur, and Schutt out there now on the forward unit. Bennett on the left side. Polic will take the face-off for Team USA. It comes to LaPointe. Over to Schutt, in behind to Savard. Savard, number 18, behind his own goal, leaves it there for Lafleur. 38 seconds remaining in the penalty to Team USA as Mahovlich breaks away with Lafleur to Schutt. Back to Lafleur, into the corner. Watched by Milbury. Milbury wants to hold it against the boards, and with Lafleur standing there. And this is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Ready for the face-off, Perrault and Harvey Bennett. It's dropped. Patrick takes it, a backhand shot, and Vachon stops that. Potvin carrying on to Danny Gare. Gare to Perrault at center. Clears it, intercepted by Patrick. And he, in turn, just fires it to an open wing where Bobby Orr has it. Orr in over the blue line. His backhand shot hits the side of the net. Bennett, number 17, watched by Lafleur, kept in there by Danny Gare. Gare with Patrick. They hold it against the boards. Perot comes in to help out. Finally knocked loose to Nyrop. And back comes Team USA, led by Chartres. Chartres in all alone, checked and knocked down. Here's Patrick, number 19, his shot. Vachon holds onto it. And that's the 7th U.S. shot here in the game. Canada holding a 19-7 edge.
Well, Rogie Vachon had to come up with 2 stops on Patrick. Well, here we have Orr breaking around in the backhand, just off the net. Very dangerous shot. And Lepresti kicks it out to the side. Team USA clears the puck. But Patrick had 2 good opportunities. Rogie Vachon had to be as sharp as he's had to be this evening.
Rick Martin on the left side, ran into Sargent. Orr feeds it to Gare. Back to Martin on the left side. Bennett has him tied up. Gare carries on, though, right in front, and Sargent intercepts. Sargent number 4 to Bill Nyrop. Nyrop number 2 for Team USA. Back to Bennett. Bennett going in with Patrick. He's dumped. And Gare leaves it there for Perot. A 2-on-1. Perot going in with Gare. Orr trailing his shot. Another shot. Oh, got it wide. A 3-on-1 Canada break. Gare behind the net. Checked by Nyrop. To Patrick on the left side. Patrick gets by Orr. Puck goes to center, where Dennis Potvin has it. Potvin to Gilbert Perot. Circling at his own blue line, coming up to center. Perot over the Team US line, over to number 6, Potvin. Hits, got it, cut. And Perot couldn't get that. Orr fires one. Another shot knocked down as Potvin takes it and goes out over the blue line. Team Canada coming close. They lead 3-0 here in the second period. 12 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Nyrop at his own blue line. He's checked. Daryl Sittler, number 27, into the corner. Watched by Nyrop, clears it, and Patrick has it for Team USA. Over to Gary Sargent, bounce off his stick, and Jim Watson has it. 12 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Leach takes it on a 2-line pass, with the face-off coming back inside the blue line.
Well, that was a very, very close play. Jimmy Watson thought that he had the puck over his own blue line. In international hockey, he can throw it right up to the far blue line, especially. Here we have Perot make a very nice play. Throws the puck over to Gare. Gare shoots, a very good stop by Lepresti. Gare goes back, gets the rebound, puts it right through the crease, but not in the net.
We've played 7 minutes and 50 seconds here in the second period. And Bill Barber has it outside his own blue line, watched by Norris. O'Flaherty knocks it off his stick. And it comes to center ice. Leach and Christie race after it. Christie inside his own blue line to Norris. Norris has Hangsleben on the left side, takes it over the line, offside at the Canada blue line.
We may mention again that rule in the neutral zone in international hockey because it does open up the play in that neutral zone. A player who is over his own blue line may throw the puck to a man over center ice as long as the man receiving the pass goes over center ice behind the puck. He's allowed to pick it up.
Canada 3, the USA no score. Watson clears it into the corner. Daryl Sittler watched by Christie and O'Flaherty for Team USA. Clears it right onto the stick of Watson. Here comes Norris. Norris 18 with Hangsleben. He gets a shot, and it's knocked down by LaPointe in the clearing pass in front. No one there. Fogelin slaps at it. It hits Watson. He falls, and back comes Team Canada. 3-on-1. Barber in with Sittler and Leach. His shot, and Lepresti got a piece of that. USA coming back. Norris with Hangsleben and O'Flaherty. Norris, number 18, in front to O'Flaherty. His shot, and Watson stopped that. Daryl Sittler at his own blue line, up to Barber. Barber in with Leach. Gets a shot, and he got a piece of it and races after the puck. To Norris, watched by Esposito. Up to center ice. Here's Christie just scooping it off into the corner, where Marcel Dion goes after it, and Team USA changes on that play. Bobby Hull at center for Canada. In over the line to Esposito. His backhand shot wide. On the far side, Robinson gets a shot, and that's wide as well. Jensen, number 12 for Team USA. Watched by Hull. Into the corner, checked by Dion. Talafis runs into Hull. Nanny clears it, and it comes to center ice and back to the Team Canada line where Savard has it. To Robinson. 10 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the second period. Hull on the right side. Watched by Milbury. Both players fall. And Steve Jensen, number 12. Canada 3. Team USA no score. Nanny. Long pass for Patoric. Over the line. Gets set. Oh, and he's down high over the Fatorik in front. Hall intercepts. Gives it to Robinson. Over to Dion. He's checked by Fatorik. And he attempted to get it in front. Jensen and Hall collide. Here's Dion. Kept in. Milbury. And it hit his own teammate Fatorik, and it bounces back to Nanny. And he clears it in. And 9 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the second period. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Back at the Montreal Forum, Bernie Pascal, along with Tom Watt, Al McCann, John Good, and Eddie Westfall. It's Canada 3 and Team USA no score. Face-off to the left of Pete Lepresti. Back to Orr. Orr gets a shot right on. Lepresti stops that. And Lepresti comes by his goaltending honestly. His dad was a NHL goaltender, I believe, with Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, if I remember my old scrapbook right, Bernie, I think it was the Chicago Blackhawks.
In fact, we'll have to ask Ron Andrews. I remember one game he had something like 70 shots in the game. We'll check that. Mahavlich at center. Over to Dennis Potvin. Potvin at center for Team Canada. Feeds it in. Too far for Shutt, but he goes after it. 9 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the second period. Bennett watched by LaFleur. Out to center. Back comes Team USA, led by Ahern. His shot scores! Ahern let that one fly, and it beat Rogie Vachon, and Team USA is on the scoreboard.
Well, it was a very good shot. Actually, it was a 2-on-1 situation. Here we see Ahern with the puck, with the other U.S. player breaking. He didn't look for the pass. He shot right away, and it just catches the top corner on Rogie Vachon. Very good shot by Ahern. Here we see Orr striving to get back and tie up the player, the U.S. player in front of the net, but there's no need to because the shot beat Rogie Vachon cleanly.
That's got to help the confidence a little when you consider that Bobby Orr and Potvin were the defensive pair. LaFleur, Mahavlich, and Shutt out on front. Puck comes to center ice, and here's Dennis Potvin with it. The scoring play. Ahern from Harvey Bennett and Nyrop at 10:53 of the second period. 8 minutes and 37 seconds remaining now in the second period. Canada 3 and USA 1. Mahavlich runs into Bennett right in front of the Team USA bench. And the play is stopped as Team Canada decides now to change their full unit. And Team USA does likewise.
Well, they're two big ones, Bennett and Mahavlich, two big fellas, and they're strong hockey players. Here we have the first hit along the boards here with Peter. Then we have the second one. Whoops, here we go. Well, a standoff.
We're mentioning the shots on Sam Lepresti, the dad of Pete Lepresti. We said something like 70 shots. He had 83 shots in one game in the NHL back in 1941. Boston defeated Chicago 3-2, and he had 83 shots.
Well, I'm sure he must have had a bulletproof vest for his chest protector that day.
8 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the second period. Canada 3 and Team USA 1. Robinson at his own line, watched by Chartraw. Gets by him, feeds it to Martin offside on the left wing side. Mentioned Lepresti's dad playing in the NHL. Jerry O'Flaherty's dad is Peanuts O'Flaherty, a scout with the Vancouver Canucks. Craig Patrick's dad, of course, the popular Patrick NHL family. And Fogelin as well.
And Bennett.
8 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the second period. You see the clock at the top of your screen. Perreault and Harvey Bennett get set for this face-off. It's taken by Fogelin. Fogelin on the left side. Checked by Savard, but Bennett carries on and just clears it off the boards. In behind the Team Canada goal, Chartraw and Robinson collide. Here's Danny Gare. Gare watched by Craig Patrick to Bennett. Checked by Savard. Comes up with the puck, then falls. Savard on the left side for Canada. Lead pass for Perreault. Perreault watched by Fogelin, and Christie is there to help out. Back comes Team USA, led by Patrick, a long shot. And that's stopped by Rogie Vachon. It gives it to Gare, to Perreault. Martin breaking on the left. Perreault gets to the line and over, then squeezed out of the play, and Christie's up with it. There will be a penalty to Team USA. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. There's Lee Fogelin in the penalty box as you look at the penalty he picked up on Perreault.
And here he is interfering, getting a stick across and hooking Perreault and impeding his progress inside the Team USA line. And he gets the 2 minutes. And here we go with that big power play again. Esposito, Hull, Dion, or Potvin.
7 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second period. Canada has outshot Team USA 22-9 up to this point. And they have a power play situation now. Milbury and Dion hold it against the boards, and they'll take that face-off all over again.
Coach Heichel of the Finnish national team was telling us in the opening game last week in Ottawa that his team was in such awe of Team Canada that his players before the game were more interested in getting Bobby Hull's autograph than they were in playing the hockey game.
Well, Bobby Hull's out there right now on the left side with Dion taking that face-off. Esposito goes after Milbury. A pair of sevens on the far side. Telefas up to center, just clears it off the stick of Dennis Potvin. Dion at his own blue line, circling around, watched by Fatorik. Fatorik is successful in knocking it in. Bobby Hull races back for it. Hull watched by Fatorik. Up the left side, gets by Telefas. Bobby Hull winds up with Esposito. Good defensive play, and it's cleared out. Fatorik to Telefas. Telefas at the Canada line, gets by Potvin. Still has the puck. Knocked against the boards. The puck is loose. Telefas gets it there. Hull is in to help. Fatorik pushes Bobby Hull. And now Potvin and Telefas hold it there long enough for the whistle.
Telefas did a very good job. He had the puck. He made a little inside fake, went back to the outside on Potvin, went to the board side, a few spinoramas against the boards, maintained possession of the puck, and forced the draw inside the Team Canada end.
Team Telefas had 2 goals in the game against Sweden. That was the first game in this tournament for Team USA. They lost 5-2, and Telefas scored both goals in the second period of that game. He plays for Minnesota in the NHL, where he had 18 goals last year. O'Flaherty at center. Team USA still a man short. O'Flaherty falls. The puck comes to Rick Martin. 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fogelin. 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the second period as Martin breaks back with Perreault and Gare offside. On the left side, Perreault, as Rick Martin just held up at the blue line with Perreault breaking down the left side.
Well, Gilbert Perreault, we got to look at him there. A very, very good stick handler. He's given fans a lot of exciting moments. He has so many moves that he just drives defensemen crazy. He turns them inside out.
Savard to Lapointe. Lapointe at center for Canada. It's Canada 3 and Team USA 1. Perreault takes it over the line. In front of the net, winds up a shot. Lepresti kicks that out. Patrick, number 19. Gets it out. Here's a break for O'Flaherty, and Vachon comes away out of the net and beats Jerry O'Flaherty to the puck, hitting that faceoff.
A very alert play by Rogie Vachon. Serge Savard touched the puck at the blue line. It got by him. Jerry O'Flaherty was onside. It just became a foot race to the puck, but Vachon wasn't sleeping in the net. He came right out and killed the play with his hand. Here's the shot by Perreault earlier after a good move. Here it is, off Savard's stick. It breaks down the ice, and Rogie Vachon was Johnny on the spot, came out very early to kill that play.
28 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fogelin, and it's Savard, watched by O'Flaherty. O'Flaherty checks him against the boards, trying to get a face-off there, but Savard gets the puck. Savard circling behind his own net. Up to Guy Lafleur, watched by Patrick. To Gilbert Perreault. Perreault at center. Going in with Martin over the line. In front of shot. Sargent has it. Sargent comes back. Kept in though. Here's Savard. Savard into the corner to Perreault, to Martin in front. His slap shot is deflected wide. Sargent leaves it. Lafleur comes up with it, and Team USA coming back with the puck. Patrick, number 19. Both teams at full strength. 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Here in the second period, Canada 3 and Team USA 1. Lafleur checked by Milbury. Darryl Sittler carries on. Bennett knocked it off his stick. Sittler gets it to Orr. Orr's shot deflected by Rick Martin, and Pete Lepresti makes the save.
Well, we can say we like, though, Bernie, here Team Canada certainly has dominated the hockey game, but here's the score, 3-1. And with any kind of luck, a bounce here, a bounce there, Team USA can get back in this hockey game. Team Canada can't take this team too lightly because they could get back in the game, even though they've had a wide edge in the play and shots on goal.
Shots on goal 24-9 up to this point with 4 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the second period. The next game for Canada will be on Tuesday night at Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens when they'll play Sweden. And that game will be televised live by CTV. Both teams at full strength here at the Montreal Forum, a capacity crowd. Back comes Team USA. Norris, long shot, deflected by Rogie Vachon. Hanks leaving behind the net, deflects right in front of Barber. Ahead to Bobby Orr. Orr going in with Leach and Sittler. Over the line, drops it back, a shot, and Sittler had that one deflect wide. Orr in front to Barber, his shot, and that's wide. Potvin rifles one, and that goes wide as well. Leach into the corner. Lunani watched by Sittler. Sittler checks him. Norris checked by Barber. And here comes Milbury for Team USA. He gets it to center, where Orr leaves it for Leach. Leach coming back for Canada to Barber. Right on the stick of Milbury. Check. Leach gets it again. A shot. O'Flaherty stops that. O'Flaherty at center. Just clears it down the ice around the boards, and Vachon out of the net. 25 shots for Canada. 10 for the USA. We have 3 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the second period. Leach comes back. Leach is checked, but Barber carries on, and O'Flaherty blocks that shot. O'Flaherty and Barber in the corner. Goes in behind the net. Hanks leaving, and Esposito rough it up. And it's cleared down the ice with Jim Watson going back for it for Canada. Watson in front of his own goal to Hull. Hull watched by Robbie Patorek. Here's Jensen running on goal. A shot, he scores! Jensen! And Tom, just to echo your statement of no more than 2 minutes ago, they have to watch it, and they didn't there with Patorek and Jensen capitalizing on a mistake.
Well, Bobby Hull tried to throw it across to LaPointe, and Steve Jensen just shot in between them, picked up the puck, and shot it by a surprise Rogie Vachon.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. It's Canada 3 and USA 2. That scoring play, Steve Jensen, unassisted at 16:39 of the second period. Esposito, Dion, and Bobby Hull. Patorek to Nyroth. Nyroth for Team USA, clears it to center. Guy Lapointe, number 5. Over to Watson. Watson just clears it in. Lopresti stops it, scoops it into the corner. Dion runs into Jensen. Esposito is checked by Nyroth, and Bobby Hull goes in. Hull behind the Team USA net. Esposito's tied up. Hull gets it in front, and Watson was in too deep. Patorek checked by Watson. Telefus clears it out to Patorek. Patorek is stopped there, and Bobby Hull, number 9, to Marcel Dion. Dion is given a hip check, and Lapointe runs into Steve Jensen. Jensen in front to Telefus. Over in front. Here's Sargent. His shot. Oh, and it hit Watson on the side of the head, and he's hurt. Watson took that shot at the side of his head, I think high on the forehead, and Lefty Wilson, the veteran trainer, is out there.
Here's Sargent moving right in. There's the shot off Sargent's stick, and it hits Jimmy Watson right on the side of the head. I hope he's all right. He went down immediately. Lefty Wilson was over the boards, attending to him now. But that would be a loss to Team Canada, and Jimmy Watson has played very steady hockey throughout the tournament, and he's one of the stabilizing forces on this defense. When you've got such puck handlers as Lapointe, Savard, and Orr, and Potvin, he's one of those guys that kind of settles things down and is a very strong defensive defenseman.
Jimmy Watson makes his home in northern BC, and his brother, of course, Joe Watson as well. And I'm sure all the hockey fans up in Smithers, British Columbia, will be watching this tonight. Watson is up. Got a nasty cut there, but I hope he's all right. It appears that the cut is just on the right side, perhaps above the eye, but it's too early and too far from his distance to really detect.
Well, a bounce here and a bounce there. Here we have the score 3-2. There's the pass coming across. Bobby Hull tried to throw it across to Lapointe. Steve Jensen moves right in, holds Vachon for a moment, and then shoots the puck high over his glove side. That's all you need. A little move here and a little move there, and 3-2, even though Team Canada has dominated the game completely with shots and territorial play. Here we have late in the second period just a goal lead, and bad break there. We've got a very tight hockey game going for us.
Earlier action today here at the Montreal Forum, the Soviet Union and Sweden played to a 3-3 tie. And in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens today, Czechoslovakia defeated Finland 8-0. At this point, Czechoslovakia with 2 straight victories have 4 points. Of course, Canada, playing their second game of the Canada Cup competition, lead this game 3-2. And we have 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second period. Guy Lafleur to Mahavlich. In over the line. Mahavlich hits a shot. Nanny stops that. And Lafleur almost got the loose puck in front. Polic coming back. 2 minutes and 11 seconds now in the second period remaining. Canada 3, Team USA 2. And back comes Team USA. Kurt Bennett takes the pass. Number 14 gets by Robinson. Robinson in front. And the pass just goes wide. Here's Milbury. Slaps at it. Hits Lafleur. And Shutt attempts to get a piece of it. Lafleur knocks it down. And Savard, number 18 for Team Canada. 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining here in the second period. Back comes Shutt for Canada. Knocked down by Polic, so there'll be a penalty to Team USA. There have been 2 key injuries to Team Canada so far. Of course, the other night, Bobby Clark was injured, and now Watson this evening.
Well, here's Polic getting in front of Steve Joe. A little bit of a dump there. A little extra, yes. We have a little bit of the dive, but I certainly think he would have had the 2-minute minor anyway. But Shutt wanted to make sure, and he just took a little bit of a nose dive after Polic had him across the front of his body with a stick.
Number 33, Polic is in the penalty box.
You know something, Bernie, on that injury to Jimmy Watson, the first guy over the boards was Bobby Orr. I noticed that Lefty Wilson right there to lend him that assistance to get out there and give the towel and a little bit of advantage to stop the bleeding to Jimmy Watson. It just shows you what concern the players have, and everybody has spoke very, very highly of Bobby Orr and his attitude in this series, and I think that's one indication. He was the first man over the boards to offer some assistance.
1 minute and 34 seconds remaining in the second period here at the Montreal Forum. Team Canada has outshot the USA 25-11. Outstanding goaltending by Pete Lepresti has kept the goals down to 3-2. A shot and hit the post as Orr let that go. Potvin in front. Patrick intercepts and clears it down the ice. Here's O'Flaherty racing after to gain Vachon's away out. Orr ties up O'Flaherty, but Patrick knocks it loose. The shots so far in the second period are even 8-8. Here's Mahavlich in front of his own goal, watched by Patrick. Leaves it back for Potvin to Orr. Orr at center. Long pass for Shutt. Less than a minute to go in the second period. Potvin in front for Mahavlich. He couldn't reach it. Slaps at it. Nyrop knocks it down, and here's Patrick clearing it down the ice. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the penalty. 43 seconds remaining in the second period as Pete Mahavlich down the right side. Lafleur is offside.
Well, Guy Lafleur just jumped in there a little ahead of the play looking for the break. Actually, the puck did come through to him, but he was just a half a stride over the line. And Team Canada pressing a little now, looking for the opportunities when they have the advantage. But just a half a stride or just waiting that split second more. Lafleur probably still could have been there, but he was a little anxious in the play. Just jumped in a little ahead of the puck.
Rick Martin on the right side. Barber and Gilbert Perrault at center for Team Canada. Vitorik, number 8, with Dean Talafas out there for Team USA. And Nyrop comes over to the bench to talk to Bob Pulford. Nyrop, the captain of Team USA, also a member of the Montreal Canadiens in the NHL. Barber to Savard. 34 seconds remaining in the penalty. To Polic of Team USA. Savard circling inside his own blue line. Over on the left side to Barber. Talafas intercepts, gives it to Vitorik. Vitorik is beaten to the puck by Perrault. 18 seconds remaining here in the second period. Back comes Team Canada. Perrault takes it, goes off his stick. Nyrop left it there. Martin at the side of the goal. Martin with 5 seconds to the point. Over in the far side. Savard shoots, hits a player, and Talafas knocks it down the ice as the siren goes. To end the second period of play with Canada holding on to a 1-goal lead. Canada 3, and Team USA 2.
Well, that was the bounce that Team USA was looking for. That quick little pass that Jensen jumped in to grab, put it in the net behind Vachon. Now USA's back in the ball game.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Played exactly 2 minutes here in the third period. Here's Orr's shot, and Lepresti stops that. Barber right in front onto the stick of Sargent. Sargent watched by Leach, turned around, forced to go back in behind his own goal. With Mahavlich moving over to cover. Sargent slaps it outside the line. Polic after it, runs into Leach, still has the puck. Leach rides him off, and Dennis Potvin. And there'll be a penalty coming up for Leach. And Team Canada will play a man short. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Reggie Leach in the penalty box for Team Canada. 17 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the third period, but 7:37 of that time in the first 10 minutes before they change ends. And the face-off to the right of Rogie Vachon, Fatorik and Daryl Sittler all set for the draw. And it's not done fairly, so they'll do it over again as Orr and Jensen moved into the face-off circle before the puck was dropped. Steve Jensen, who played for the U.S. Olympic team at the Innsbruck Olympics, and went from there to Minnesota, the NHL, and is playing with Team USA in this Canada Cup competition. Sargent for Team USA behind his own goal, watched by Bill Barber, takes it right out in front, coming down right up the middle. Sargent still has it, clearing pass off the boards. Vachon out of the net. Fatorik watched by Bobby Orr. Fatorik comes up with it, gets it into the corner to Jensen. Back to Fatorik. He's checked by Barber. Kicks at the puck. Orr moves in to help out, and Barber, along with Fatorik, hold it against the boards.
We might watch here on this next face-off. Team Canada has a very nice alignment. They don't put anybody in behind. Center Daryl Sittler taking the draw. Bobby Orr, the defenseman, who is normally playing behind, moves right to the side boards. And the previous draw, Sittler won the puck back right on Orr's forehand, and he was able to ice the puck immediately. But this is kind of a different alignment.
1 minute and 23 seconds remaining in the penalty to Reggie Leach. We've played 3 minutes here in the third period.
You see Orr there right against the boards. There he comes again. Right around behind, picks it up, gets it around to Barber.
Barber clears it down the ice, and going back for it is Norris. Lepresti stops it. Norris watched by Daryl Sittler, and he has it behind his own goal. Team USA trailing 3-2. And they have a power play here. Here's Nanny, number 23. In over the line with Talafas. The puck deflected high over the glass and out of play. 59 seconds remaining in the penalty to Leach. As we look at veteran Lou Nanny, the 35-year-old veteran from the Minnesota North Stars. He had 3 goals last year with the North Stars, and there's Bobby Orr, number 4. You'd have to say, Tom, that his knee is in pretty good shape, and the Chicago Blackhawks obviously quite happy about that.
Well, I'm sure I've seen Tommy Ivan here. He's got a big smile on his face.
Team USA changing now with 59 seconds remaining in the penalty to Leach. The face-off to the left of Vachon. Polic will take this face-off, and it's won by Canada. Lapointe to Mahavlich. Watched by Fatorik. Here's Esposito. Esposito checked by Ahern, spun around, still has the puck, dragging the puck back to center. Esposito checked by Ahern. Ahern comes up with it. Gives it to Nanny. He overskated it. Esposito inside the line, checked by Nanny. Tries to get a face-off, and he does.
Well, the fans here giving Phil Esposito a rousing ovation because he just showed such determination. When he got that puck, he wouldn't give it up. He wouldn't give it up. He just kept turning and controlling the puck, moving away from Team USA checkers, and he was killing all kinds of time. And Team Canada has really done an excellent job of killing their penalties.
And Fred Ahern was covering Esposito. Ahern played with California last year, and with the move of the franchise, he's a member of the Cleveland Barons now. Here's Bobby Orr behind the Team USA net, had trouble with it. Polic is knocked over, and Bennett has the puck at center. Tries to get it to Polic, too far for him, and Lapointe. Number 5 inside his own blue line. 18 seconds remaining in the penalty to Leach. Here's Sargent winding up his shot, and that's knocked down. Sargent gets it again, kept kept in by Patoric. Patoric inside the line. Takes it outside the blue line. Team USA forced to regroup. Ahern has it knocked off his stick. Here's Sargent. Long pass to Bennett on the left side. Leach is back on, and Vachon makes the stop. In behind the goal, Orr to Esposito. 5 minutes and 27 seconds remain, or have been remain in the first 10 minutes of the third period. Nyrod right to Ahern, and he comes back for Team USA. Down the right side, a shot. Oh, and a pad stop, and a great one by Rogie Vachon as he stuck out his right foot and caught it on the pad. Back comes Lapointe, a long pass for Leach. Leach is turned around momentarily, and Nyrop ran into his own teammate. Intercepted by Gare, but here's Hansleden's shot, deflected by Lapointe wide. Into the corner, Esposito, and he holds it there along with Polic, with 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first 10-minute session of the third period.
Not only has Phil Esposito done a great job when his team has had the man advantage, but he's done a great job here again when his team was a man short. Here's Ahern shooting the puck, and he came within an ace of getting his second goal, the same type of shot that he scored his first goal with. Rogie Vachon had to be very, very quick here to get his right pad on it. Here it is, the leg comes out, the lower part of his pad, and Rogie had to come up with a big stop. It was Ahern that got the first goal and got Team USA rolling in this hockey game.
And it's Canada 3, Team USA 2. 14 minutes, 51 seconds remain in the game. The face-off to the left of Rogie Vachon. Canada has outshot Team USA 27-13 at this point. A race for it. Jensen and Gare collide. Knocked against the boards, and here's Marcel Dion. Dion at his own blue line for Canada to Bobby Hull. Hull shot. Oh, and Lepresti came away out and knocked down the puck. In front again, Hull is tied up. Milbury, number 7, at the side of his own goal. A lead pass intercepted by Gare. Gare takes it outside the blue line. Telefus knocks him off stride, and here's Larry Robinson for Bobby Hull. Hull is checked by Patoric. And he's been a pesky forward tonight for Team USA. Has done an excellent job of penalty killing and forechecking. Patoric, number 8. Backhands a pass to center. Savard, number 18. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remain in the first 10 minutes of the third period. Manning, as Dion was dumped. No penalty. In behind the goal, Danny Gare, watched by Milbury. Intercepted. Jensen back for Team USA. A lead pass knocked down by Bobby Hull, and Savard has it at center, runs into Jensen, and there's another face-off.
We just saw a new combination for Team Canada there with Phil Esposito killing that previous penalty. Scotty Bowman moved Marcel Dion to center, position which he plays normally, with Danny Gare on the right wing, and on the left wing, Bobby Hull. But the crowd were really upset about Dion being upset here. They felt it should be a penalty, and perhaps, Bernie, there should have been 2 minutes given to Team USA on that play.
Well, Milbury, number 7, did a pretty good stick job on Marcel Dion. But it went unnoticed by the referee, and both teams are at full strength. Canada 3 and the USA 2. 13 minutes and 32 seconds remain in the third period. Kept in by Patricks. Off the boards, Dennis Potvin, number 6. In the white jersey, Canada. Potvin leaves it for Perreault, ahead to Guy Lafleur. Knocked off Martin's leg and all the way back, and Gary Sargent inside his own blue line. Sargent to Patrick. Patrick for Team USA, coming up to center ice. Into the corner after the puck. Bobby Orr takes it from Vachon. Orr leaves it for Perreault, and he winds up. Gilbert Perreault at center. Gets by Patrick. Over the line, checked by Nyrop. Still has the puck. Scoops it in front. Oh, right on goal. And Lepresti had to be sharp there as it deflected off his defenseman's skate. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Back to the action here at the Montreal Forum. Canada 3 and Team USA 2. 12 minutes and 51 seconds remain to be played in the third period. They'll change ends after 10 minutes. Bobby Orr, his shot. It hits Sargent in front. He's up with the puck and gives it to Patrick. Patrick going in with Chartrand and Bennett. Gets by Potvin, then he's knocked over, and Orr carries on. Ahead to Lafleur, too far for him. Nyrop to Bennett. Intercepted by Perreault. Perreault in over the line. His shot, and Nyrop stopped that. LaFleur lets it go, and again Nyrop is there. Chartrand dekes by Martin down the right side. Fires it in, but Bennett is offside as he broke in over the blue line.
Well, Scotty Bowman again is changing up his combinations. He had Guy Lafleur playing with a portion of the French connection with Perrault and Martin, and he's moving the lines around a little bit now, late in the hockey game.
Next game for Canada will be on Tuesday night at Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens. Canada will play Sweden, and that game will be televised live by CTV. Other games on Tuesday, the Soviet Union will play Finland here at the Montreal Forum, while Czechoslovakia will play the USA on Tuesday in Philadelphia. There's a shot. Lepresti grabbed that off the stick of Darryl Sittler. And the Toronto Maple Leaf captain let that one fly. That's the 28th stop for Pete Lepresti.
Well, Darryl Sittler doing what he does well. Darryl Sittler usually takes all opportunities to shoot once he's inside the blue line, and he didn't waste any time getting that shot away on Lepresti.
Back to Savard inside the line. Savard watched by Jerry O'Flaherty, gives it to Leach. His shot deflected by Barber high and wide. Sittler takes a check. In behind the net, Barber in there with Leach. Barber's tied up by Norris. Savard tries to get it in front. Knocked down by Hangsleben down the ice, and Guy Lapointe. To Savard, over his stick, gets it again, runs into Norris. Watched by Jerry O'Flaherty over on the right side, clears it in, and into the corner, Lunani, number 23, runs into Leach. Hangsleben, checked by Sittler. Leach in front, Barber couldn't reach it. Slaps it off the board. Sittler behind the net. He's checked, still has the puck. Oh, and he tried to set it up. Here's Barber's shot, and Lepresti stopped that. Norris clears it down the ice. A rolling puck over the line, and it's icing. And Pete Lepresti, understandably, is a tired individual as he leans on the crossbar.
Well, here we have the quick shot. The puck almost gets by Lepresti, and Norris, in desperation, fires the puck off the boards and down the ice.
It's Canada 3 and the USA 2. 11 minutes and 14 seconds remain to be played in the third period. The faceoff will be to the right of Lepresti with Phil Esposito against Robbie Fatorik. Fatorik, the tenacious checker of this USA hockey team. And last year with Phoenix in the WHA, he had 41 goals and 72 assists. And a very valuable member of this USA team tonight. Esposito over the line to Dion, tries to return it to Bobby Hull. Hull is knocked off stride. 1 minute remaining until the 10-minute break here in the third period. Potvin to Marcel Dion. Both teams at full strength. Bobby Hull winds up at center. Going in with Dion. He takes the pass right in front of the goal. A shot, and it goes wide. Potvin carries on to Esposito. Esposito to Hull in front, and that's intercepted by Dean Telefus. Telefus to Steve Jensen down the right side, number 12. Checked by Potvin. Potvin lost it. Dion is given a jolt by number 15, Telefus, and they hold it there. With 26 seconds remaining, and they start to mix it up. John D'Amico, one of the linesmen, along with Luther. Luther grabs Potvin to make sure nothing happens. And they exchange a few verbal comments, and that's about the extent of it.
Well, here we have Potvin and Steve Jensen mixing it up in the corner, a little elbow high, and Potvin comes back with a little shot. Jensen comes back with a shot. Here we go. We have the little hay roof in the corner, but it's quickly broken up. I'm really impressed, Bernie, with, in fact, I'm going to put my 2 cents in worth for young Gary Sargent. I think he's played a strong game on Team USA's defense tonight. I think he's cleared the puck well. I think he's played well defensively, and he's my nomination as one of the U.S. players as the player of the game tonight.
No question about that. He has been impressive. Gary Sargent, a member of the Los Angeles Kings, and I guess with his coach Bob Pulford handling the team, he's giving it that extra little effort as well. Here comes Bobby Orr. Up with Hull and Dion over the line. Orr is checked by Sargent, and it's cleared up over the glass and out of play with 13 seconds remaining. There's Bob Pulford, former Toronto Marlboro junior, and a great member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Also played with the Los Angeles Kings. before taking over the coaching duties, and has done an excellent job there.
Well, I'm sure what Pulley's looking for is a goal early in the second half of the third period, and if they can get on the scoreboard at that point, they're just going to check, but they need a break here.
Canada 3, Team USA 2, and Potvin has the puck at center to Marcel Dion to Esposito. Dion slap shot, deflected wide, off the board. Sargent with 5 seconds remaining. Against the boards with Bobby Hull. Dion's up with it. Over here to Potvin, and the siren goes to end the first 10 minutes of play. Canada 3, Team USA 2. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. And in this game here, it's Canada leading Team USA 3-2 as we head into the final 10 minutes of play. The other game in the tournament played at Maple Leaf Gardens tonight. Czechoslovakia defeated Finland 8-0. Off the boards, Lepresti out of the net, leaves it for Milbury. Milbury to Craig Patrick, too far for him, and Lapointe, number 5, his shot. Lafleur after it into the corner, watched by Chartrand. Guy Lafleur gives it to Gilbert Perrault. He's checked in front, outside the blue line, and Lapointe back to his side of center ice. Over to Robinson, to Rick Martin. He clears it into the corner. Lafleur and Milbury in after it. Milbury's up with it for Team USA to Craig Patrick. Right in front, here's Martin. The shot, oh, and Lepresti stopped that. A one-on-one situation. Martin let it go, and Lepresti again in top form.
Well, what a stop that was. And here we have Milbury very loose with the puck. Martin takes his time, goes around. Lepresti goes down, but he manages just to keep up long enough to keep that low shot. Martin taking his time again. Lepresti diving across, stops the puck. But Milbury threw it without looking in his own zone, and Martin came within an ace of getting that insurance goal for Team Canada.
Here's Patrick going in. Chartrand is right. The shot deflected by Robinson. Up and out of play. Canada 3, Team USA 2. And the shots up to this point, Canada has outshot Team USA 30-13. And there's Craig Patrick.
Actually, I think Craig, there's Chartrand talking to him. It was a 2-on-1 situation. He didn't take the look, but Chartrand was free on the right side. And if he'd have slipped on the puck, he might have had a better opportunity than the shot that Craig took himself.
Ahern on the right, Polic at center, Bennett on the left. Peter Mahovlich, Barber, and Leach out there for Team Canada. Bobby Orr. Canada in this period has outshot Team USA 5-2. Orr behind his own goal. Mahovlich takes the pass on the right side, clears it right on the net. Lepresti stops it. Nyroff, number 2. Bill Nyroff, member of the Montreal Canadiens, one time an excellent quarterback in college football. In fact, Bill Nyroff was a backup quarterback at Notre Dame. Decided to pursue a hockey career in the Montreal Canadiens. Quite happy that he selected hockey.
Well, here we have Big Peter playing at center again. Scotty's moving the lines around. He has Leach and Barber on the side now, so this is another change. Scotty's shaking things up a little bit with his forwards.
Nyroff behind his own goal for Team USA to Kurt Bennett, number 14. Bennett almost had it intercepted by Bobby Orr, and here's Potvin, checked by Bennett. Nyroff knocks Potvin down. Out of his offside at the U.S. blue line with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the game. Canada 3, Team USA 2.
Well, the fans here thought again that Denny Potvin was interfered with and knocked down and was screaming for the penalty, but really there was an offside called previous on the play.
Bobby Orr at center. Back to Dennis Potvin. Potvin just clears it into the corner. Bennett races back for it, watched by Leach. Overskates it. Nyroff, number 2. To Ahern. Potvin keeps it in behind the boards again. Nyroff, watched by Mahovlich. Leach carries on, his shot wide. On the far side, Potvin. Oh, and that puck is kicked out by Lepresti. Back comes Team USA, led by Polic, over the line, in front, and intended for Ahern, but Potvin intercepts. Potvin to Mahovlich. Sargent breaks that up. Sargent, number 4, to Bennett, inside his own blue line. Up to center ice, Polic breaking on the left. Bennett over the line, his shot. Oh, and that's kicked out by Vachon, as he got his right pad on that shot of Bennett's. Into the corner, Ahern, number 34. Esposito to Marcel Dion. Bounces off his stick, intercepted. Politz feeds Bennett. Bennett going in with a Hearn over the line. Checked by Orrs, knocked down. Dion fell. And it's scooped down the ice and going back for it is Lou Nanne. 7 minutes and 19 seconds remain in the game. Canada 3, Team USA 2 with Savard, number 18. Behind his own goal, leaves it for Bobby Hull. Hull, number 9 of the Winnipeg Jets, to his own blue line. Got Dion on the left side. He takes the pass. Dion right in front to Esposito. Esposito, number 7. Oh, and he had his pass knocked down. Has trouble, gets by Telefus. He's upset. Puck comes back to LaPointe. A shot. And it hit Nanne and went wide. On the far side, Savard into the corner to Dion. Milbury intercepts and clears it off the boards. Icing against Team USA, but they were under a great deal of pressure.
Well, again, the Esposito line, Esposito, Hull, Dion, they were controlling that puck out there, and Scotty has put that line together after he used Esposito in some penalty killing. But here we are, the fans yelling when Espo was dumped. He managed to get his shot away, but it looks like the Soviet official is letting a lot of things go at this point. He hasn't called a penalty in a long time, and I guess he feels it's a tight ball game, and he's going to let the players settle. But he hasn't called some infractions that might have been called.
Well, Canada holding on to the 1-goal lead with 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Face off to the left of Pete Lepresti of the Minnesota North Stars. His backup goaltender tonight is Cap Rader of New England. Savard, number 18, gets his shot deflected wide. Jensen, number 12, leaves it there. Cleared outside the blue line where Guy Lapointe. Over to Savard. Savard returns it to Lapointe. Over the line, Nyrop races in after it. Lepresti takes it off the boards. Nyrop on the far side to Telefus. To Robbie Fatorik. Fatorik, number 8, a long shot off the boards. Here's Jensen getting the rebound, checked by Dion and taken out of the play. Sargent over on the far side, watched by Bobby Hull. Comes to the opposite side. Fatorik shot. Vachon stops that, but it's off the net. Telefus and Savard along with Jensen. Esposito moves in there. And between the four of them, they hold it there for a face-off with 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the third period. Canada on goals by Esposito, Mahovlich, and Bobby Hull. USA on goals by Ahern and Steve Jensen. Canada holding on to the 1-goal lead. Marcel Dion has 2 assists tonight. Bobby Orr also has a pair of assists. Face-off to the left of Rogatien Vachon. Bennett and Perreault. Orr gets the puck from the draw, off the boards to Martin. Martin watched by Nyrop, gets it out. Bennett intercepts, backhands it into the corner, and Potvin back in after it. Dennis Potvin turned around, taken by Chartrand. Orr in turn checks him, and Perreault is in there. Off the boards, here's a chance, Nanne's shot, and it hits Chartrand in front and deflected over the top of the net. Orr makes sure it stays in the meshing there for a face-off.
Well, a shot here, a shot there. Actually, the clearing pass went off the official and came right back out to the USA point man, and he got the shot away, but it was wide. And Bobby Orr wisely kept that puck against the back of the net in the mesh and got the face-off so that everybody could get well organized again here.
5 minutes and 34 seconds remain in the game. Bennett chased out of the face-off circle. Now Rick Chartrand will move in against Perreault. Potvin, number 6, behind his own goal, clears it to Lafleur, checked by Milbury. Milbury has it, then Patrick had it knocked off his skate all the way back into his own zone. Lou Nanne, number 23, checked by Lafleur, gets the puck again down the ice. It'll be icing as it crosses the red line. Nanne firing it over 3 lines. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Ready to resume action here with 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Canada 3 and Team USA 2. Perreault and Bennett back to Potvin from the face-off. His shot deflected wide. In behind the goal, here's Guy Lafleur in front. Oh, and Rick Martin had that one go off the end of his stick. Chartrand on this side for Patrick. Patrick checked by Lafleur, gets a shot away, but it's off the target. Lafleur after it. Watched by Patrick. Gives it to Perreault. Gilbert Perreault on the right side to center ice, down the middle. In over the line, gets by Sargent, and it's cleared outside where Orr has it for Team Canada. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Lopresti out of the net. Martin's back there. He knocked it off his stick. Here's a chance for Orr. His shot. Oh, and it's deflected off Nyrop's skate and wide. Out to the blue line. Then center ice, Bobby Orr. Tries to get it over to Martin. Intercept. Sargent clears it in. Orr goes in after it. Canada 3, USA 2. Orr. Watched by Norris. Gets by Norris. Is upset. Martin. Long shot from center ice off the target. Bill Nyrop, number 2 for Team USA. Norris on the left. Puts it right on the stick of Bill Barber. Larry Robinson to LaPointe. Intercepted by Hangsleben. His backhand shot on goal. Vachon makes the save. Out to Leach. Leach on the far side. Here's Barber. Up over the blue line. His shot hits Lunati and goes into the corner. Jerry O'Flaherty, number 9. Ahead to Norris. Checked by Robinson. Gets the puck back to the Team Canada blue line. 3 minutes and 42 seconds remain in the game. Canada 3, USA 2. Off the boards. Milbury slaps it right back in again. Leach takes the puck over the line. Leach right in on goal with Barber, and Sittler tries to get up to Sittler. Jerry O'Flaherty intercept. Takes a stiff jolt from Barber, but holds it there for a face-off.
You've got to give this Team USA credit, and the coaches as well, because they looked badly outclassed in the first period. Outshot 17-3. They've battled back. They've been persistent. They're working fiercely here, not giving Team Canada much opportunity to get going, and they've just slowed things down to their pace, and just through hard work, they've made this a tight game. Let's give them a little bit of credit.
Next game for Team USA will be Tuesday night at the Philadelphia Spectrum, where they'll host Czechoslovakia. Also on Tuesday night here at the Montreal Forum, the Soviet Union will play Finland. And on CTV on Tuesday night, Canada against Sweden from Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens. This is Potvin's long shot. Sargent knocked it to the corner. To Robbie Fatorik. Hall intercepts in front. Here's Dion. Back to Hall, and Talafas intercepted it. This is Steve Jensen. Jensen at center. Behind Fatorik. Esposito. Bobby Hull over the line. In front. Overskates the puck. And it's taken again by Talafas. To Fatorik. A 3-on-2. Jensen on the left. His shot. Oh, and Vachon, I believe, got a piece of that and deflected it up into the glass. 2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Hull to Esposito. Over the line. Watched by Sargent. Gives it to Dion. Talafas checks him. Nyrop behind the net. Jensen. Long pass knocked down by Dennis Potvin. Potvin checked by Fatorik, and again that persistent checking of Fatorik sends Potvin back. 2 minutes and 27 seconds remain in the game. Canada 3, USA 2. Nyrop to Sargent. Gets by Perreault. Jensen at his own line to center. Perreault intercepts. Perreault tries to feed Martin. Here's Guy Lafleur. Over the line. Right in on goal. And Lopresti stops that. Martin gets the rebound, and it's scooped to the side. Perreault's shot is knocked down by Fatorik. A backhander in front. Over to Savard. Martin gets his shot. Oh, and it goes wide. Less than 2 minutes. 1 minute and 55 seconds remain to be played in the hockey game. Perreault holds it against the board, and Team USA has a face-off, much to the displeasure of the capacity crowd here at the Montreal Forum.
Well, Team USA were tiring in their own zone, and Team Canada were coming on. A good shot by Martin. They were buzzing around Team USA net, and Presti was forced to come out with some stops. And the U.S. player, wisely, here's Martin's shot. Presti just made a sparkling save on it. It comes against the boards, and they're trying to get the face-off here so they get a change of the troops. Fresh men out there to try and get the puck out of their own zone. Here we see it from another angle. Again, Martin all in one eye. Oh, and Lopresti just gets that leg out there and makes a great stop.
Shots on goal, 34-16, favoring Team Canada. Both teams are at full strength. Canada 3, Team USA 2, and what an exciting game this has been. LaPointe inside the lines. His shot is wide. Lafleur watched by Chartrand. Chartrand up to center ice. Back come the Americans. In over the line. Milbury takes the shot, and it's wide with 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining. Savard leaves it there for LaPointe. Checked by Milbury. Kept in by Patrick. Patrick into the corner. Knocked outside the blue line to center ice. And Chartrand with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining clears it right on goal. Vachon leaves it for Guy Lapointe. Lapointe behind his own goal, checked by Bennett. Chartres took a slap at it, but it was wide of the net. Out to center ice, Milbury. Of Team USA to Patrick. Over to Bennett. Bennett had it intercepted by Martin. Martin down the left side, he shoots. Oh, and it went over the top of the net. High shot, Milbury. 55 seconds remain in the game. Out comes Pete Lopresti for the extra attacker. Their net is empty. Martin behind his own goal with Milbury, trying to get a face-off. Chartres right in front. There's a shot. Oh, no, stops that. Telephone. Savard gets it. Another shot. 35 seconds. And they get a face-off to the left of Rogie Vachon with 34 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, are they making this interesting or what? Here we are. We had Lopresti out of the net. They got the extra attacker on. Coach Pulford sent out Telephus, who's had a few goals in this series. And they're making this interesting. They're bringing it right down to the wire.
Just like the game earlier today, Sweden and the Soviets, a 3-3 tie. Everyone on the edge of their seats. And I tell you, this is exciting hockey, and it's early in the Canada Cup tournament. Canada 3, Team USA 2. There's Lopresti. He's handled 34 shots in the game. Over at the bench, Team USA coach Bob Pulford has the extra attacker out there.
Well, Team USA are showing a lot of heart because really they don't have the talent that Team Canada has. But in all fairness to Team Canada, too, it's very frustrating playing a game like this. If you win by a big score, well, you didn't play anybody. If you don't look all that great winning it, well, everybody's down on you, too. So it's very difficult to look good in this type of a hockey game. But I'll tell you, the way Team USA is playing, they're making it very, very difficult for Team Canada.
First time in the series a goalie has been pulled, and here's Bobby Orr with 32 seconds. Sargent at his own blue line, watched by Barber. Clears it to Telephus. 25 seconds remain. The net is empty. Barber runs into Telephus. Norris goes in to help him out. 18 seconds remain. Sargent. He's checked. Here's Sittler. Shot. He scores! Darryl Sittler scores into the empty net with 13 seconds remaining.
Well, you can look at just at those happy faces for Team Canada. They haven't taken this game lightly, and they're very, very happy that they got that insurance flow at that point. But Darryl Sittler's persistence paid off, and actually, it was a very good shot because he was at a very difficult angle, even though the goaltender was out of the net. He's very deep in the corner. Here's his persistence, pokes it ahead. Here we have him shooting from inside the dot, catches the corner, and he had to thread the needle a little bit, even though there wasn't a goaltender there.
Darryl Sittler from Peter Mohavlich at 1947. 9 seconds remain now. Nyrock. It's Canada 4, USA 2. Nyrock in front of his own goal. Bobby Orr has it at center. There goes the siren. The game is over. And the Team Canada players rush off the bench to congratulate Rogic and Vachon. At the other end, Team USA bench files off quickly to congratulate Pete Lopresti. He gave up 3 goals, 4 including the empty net goal, and they lose by a score of 4-2. Just a fantastic effort by Team USA. Shots on goal in that third period. Canada outshot Team USA by a 10-5 margin. Overall, it was 35-16. And now we'll have the national anthem of the winning team as the teams line up at their respective blue lines. Canada winning by a score of 4-2, and now the committee that was organized to select the outstanding players in each game will have the winners from the winner from Team Canada and the winner from Team USA, and the two players will be presented with the Eskimo carvings courtesy of Carling
The
O'Keefe.
awards are handcraft stone carvings created by the Eskimos of Baffin Island in the Canadian Arctic. Pour présenter ces prix ce soir, nous invitons, presenting the awards tonight, Monsieur Gunther Zabetsky, président international de la Fédération de hockey sur glace.
Dr. Zabetsky, the president of the International Ice Hockey Federation, along with Mr. Wasservogel, also of the International Ice Hockey Federation, will make their way to center ice to make the presentation tonight.
Présentant aux joueurs le plus utile de l'équipe des États-Unis. Presenting the award to the outstanding player of the United States team is Mr. Gunther Zabetsky. Le vainqueur, the winner, le numéro 1, number 1, Pete Lopresti.
Not much argument there, and he gets a thunderous ovation here at the Montreal Forum. Pete Lopresti, the top player of the game, and what a performance he had tonight.
Well, they've had, in both the games, the outstanding player for the U.S. team has been the goaltender, Lopresti in this game, and Curran in the first game against Sweden. So it looks like they've got strong goaltending.
Présentons le trophée Sport O'Keefe aux joueurs le plus utile de l'équipe Canada. Presenting the Sport O'Keefe Award to the most valuable player of Team Canada is Mr. Walter Wasservogel. Il s'agit de Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr with 2 assists tonight is the most valuable player on Team Canada, and he receives his Eskimo carving from Mr. Wasservogel of the International Ice Hockey Federation. This is Canada Cup 76,